They are back, ladies and gentlemen. The Mark Andrews trade rumors. They were here heavy during the draft. Then they went away a little bit during, after when nothing happened, no trades happened. But they're back. NFL.com, some of their analysts talked about a Mark Andrews trade. I'm going to break down what they had to say, where they had him going. But before that, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We do this thing daily. We only talk Baltimore Ravens. It is the perfect place to be if you bleed black and purple. And helps us win this sub battle we've been having all June long. Currently down against the Browns Report and Steelers Talk. I need y'all's help. Help us climb back against our rivals and be at the top of the AFC North. Alrighty, today's show, we got some new trade rumors on tight end Mark Andrews. Like I said off the top, they were heavy in early April, then they died down after the draft. Well, now they are back. Just a little quick recap on the offseason for Mark Andrews. January 19th, he had the fumble and the drop against Buffalo. Then actually the day after that, he didn't show up to locker cleanout day. Then, on February 25th, Eric DeCosta was at the Combine, gave a weird answer about Mark Andrews' future, and kind of made everybody say, is he saying goodbye? Then a month after that, it came out of a report that they're not actively shopping him, but they're open. Then on April 15th, about 9 days before the draft, Ian Rappaport was quoted in saying, Andrews' future is very much up in the air. Now, since nothing happened, Baltimore has made it very apparent that Mark Andrews is a Raven in 2025. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of really good that comes from Mark Andrews sticking on this team, staying on this team. He's still a legitimate weapon. He led this team in receiving touchdowns just a year ago. He's a veteran presence and a veteran leader for this team. Both of those very great things. Also, I think nobody talks about enough how much he helps out Isaiah Likely, just his presence being on the field. That opens things up for Likely in a massive, massive way. Some cons, though, he's not getting any younger. You will have a young, dynamic tight end under him in Isaiah Likely, and he's proved to stall during the playoffs. Not just with the fumble, not just with the drop. This has been a theme throughout his entire career. He's never scored a touchdown in the playoffs. He has 2 fumbles in the playoffs. He has like 5 drops in the playoffs. And it's reared its ugly head the most this past year in January. I need you guys to make the call before we talk about the team. Should the Ravens trade Mark Andrews? If you think they should, go ahead and give me a yes in the comment section down below. And if you're not interested, go ahead and give me a no. All right, NFL.com has your latest trade rumors on Mark Andrews. There was an article that went out, and each one of their writers, each one of their insiders listed out players and destinations they believe that they should go. They should be traded to. Well, Brooke Saracismo talked about Mark Andrews. There's been some speculation this offseason about the Ravens moving their longtime tight end. He's been a very reliable player, but this is a business after all. Andrews is a free agent in 2026, and with Baltimore needing to allocate money elsewhere, the team could save $11 million against the cap and gain future draft capital by trading him. In come the Jets. We're in the middle of a rebuild and need more pieces to help Justin Fields jumpstart the offense. New York did draft Mason Taylor in the second round, but bringing in Andrews for a year to aid this unit and mentor the rookies makes sense. Now, whether you agree with her or not, whether you believe that Mark Andrews will get traded or not, I think we got to sit here and say, Brooke did make some really, really good points. This is a business after all. And trading away Mark Andrews, that's a guy that you could save $11 million from. And there's still some players on this roster that I believe that Baltimore wants to extend. Okay? Now, there's 3 of them, Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, and Odafe Oweh. Those 3 extensions would add to the cap, give you more cap space. But there's 4 guys, 4 extensions in Kyle Hamilton, Tyler Linderbaum, Travis Jones, Isaiah Likely is one of them as well. Those are 4 players where extensions take up your cap space. So if you trade Mark Andrews, getting an extra $11 million, that helps you extend all 4 of these guys who I think this team firmly believes that those guys are a part of this team's future. They could see those guys in Baltimore Ravens uniforms 6 seasons from now. And additionally, if you look at it from a Jets standpoint, I can honestly see New York being interested. Think about what they've got right now in their pass catching room. Garrett Wilson is a bona fide star. Josh Reynolds is good. Alan Lazard is fine. After him, I'm not in love with any other wide receivers. They drafted Anaya Smith out of Georgia. I don't think he's going to be very good. And then you look in their tight end room. Mason Taylor, the rookie out of LSU. Like, he's going to be all right, but I'm not a huge Mason Taylor fan. I wasn't coming out of the draft. Then you got Jeremy Ruckert. You got Smart, Johnson, Kuntz. It's like, this isn't a ton of depth. It's not a ton of people for a quarterback like Justin Fields who needs to be surrounded with talent to succeed with. And then, speaking of pass catchers, the Steelers reportedly are eyeing an Alan Lazard trade. And so that's one of their guys that could be off of their team, off of that roster in an instant. And when you have a quarterback like Justin Fields, like I said earlier, who kind of needs to be surrounded with good talent to succeed, he's not a guy that really, makes people better around him. He kind of, people around him make him better. Let's just say that. If Lazard's gone, really all you got is Garrett Wilson and Josh Reynolds. You could use a Mark Andrews to help that team out a little bit more. So up next, stick around because I got my prediction for Andrews. What's going to happen with the trade? Where is he going to go? When's it going to happen? Stick around. I'll tell you that in just a couple of seconds. But before that, make sure that you guys are subscribed today, okay? If you want daily videos all off season long, this is the place to get them, okay? Right here on the Ravens Rundown, we do this thing every day. We're entertaining. We're informative. We give you analysis on all the latest. This is the place to be. It's 100% free to subscribe, so do it right now. So my prediction, if a trade happens, I think it happens at the deadline. I don't think they're going to trade him before that. And I'm going to give you a hypothetical on how I think this could happen. Say Andrews having a fine season. Nothing unbelievable, but nothing horrible as well. But Isaiah Likely is looking like an all-pro. If those two things happen, and you still believe that Mark Andrews is a tradable asset, I think Baltimore could possibly start shopping him, start looking for a trade around the trade deadline. Now, as of right now, why I don't think he's going to get traded, or one of the reasons I don't think he's going to get traded, I think that Todd Monken is really, really happy where he sits with the current state of this offense, okay? He's got bukus of weapons. Lamar at quarterback, Derrick Henry at running back, Justice Hill at running back, Mark Andrews, Likely, Flowers, Bateman, Hopkins, and then that's not even adding the guys like Wester and Walker, who apparently have been wonderful through OTAs and minicamp. And so, does Todd Monken want to let one of his really good weapons go? I don't know if he does. But you could also argue and play devil's advocate and say, Joey, he has 7 other really good weapons. He could let Mark Andrews go. And at that point, I'd say, that's a pretty solid point. Additionally, the other interesting thing in this is if you don't re-sign him, because remember, he is on a contract year. If you don't re-sign him and he goes and signs somewhere else in free agency, what Baltimore gets is a 2027, I believe, compensatory draft pick. They get a compensatory draft pick, whether it's 2026 or 2027. And so you'd have to weigh whether you believe that comp pick would be higher, probably around a 4th rounder. Like, do you think you could get higher than a 4th rounder if you traded him? I don't know if you could. And so they're like, I could see them being like, why wouldn't we just keep running it with Andrews? We're going to get a comp pick for him anyway, if he signs elsewhere. Might as well just run it back with him and get that pick just for next year's draft. And it would be in 2027, by the way. I say all that to say I don't think Mark's going anywhere for a while. Again, if he does, it's going to be at the deadline. It's going to be in November. It's going to be in late October. It's not going to be anytime soon. I think they've made that abundantly clear. They love Mark. They love what he does here. Lamar Jackson loves Mark Andrews. Like, Mark Andrews is a Baltimore Raven. And that's not going to change anytime soon unless one of these teams that could possibly use a tight end, like a New York, like a Los Angeles Charger, like unless they have a bad injury sometime over the next couple of weeks, and then some team goes knocking on your door and saying, okay, give us Mark Andrews. Be honest with me in the comment section down below. What's your confidence level that the Ravens trade Mark Andrews? Scale it for me, 1 to 10. 10, you're saying, I'm confident it's going to happen. 1, you're saying, no chance at all. You let me know your answer. And while y'all are down there, you'll be able to find my links to my social media. You can get me on Twitter. You can get me on Instagram at Joey Petersen8 on both of those platforms. And also, while you're down there looking for those links, you'll find a big red sub button that locks you in right here on the Ravens Rundown for daily coverage. Subscribe today. We give you daily videos all offseason long. And then during the season, that's when we really have our fun. Live shows every Tuesday. We're live for every single game, all 18 of them. This is the place to be if you love the Baltimore Ravens. So do me one big favor, lock us in by subscribing.